Hey guys, it's Prey from Double Edge Games, and we're going to be talking about the difference between a external game recording device and the internal devices in the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. I actually don't have gameplay from the PlayStation 4, but I do hear it's about the same quality as the Xbox One. So, what you're watching right now, and what we've been using for a while, at least I've been using, Legacy does not have one yet, but he's working on getting another one, is video from the HD PVR. It is the happauge HD PVR 2 Gaming Edition, so it's really good. So what I'm about to show you is a comparison, side-by-side comparison, on the Xbox One game DVR and the HD PVR Gaming Edition right next to each other. The Xbox One is 720, and the game DVR, or the PVR, is 180, or 180, or 1080. I always get that wrong for some reason. But, so pretty much, it shows it right here. You can literally already see it when the video is coming in. It's already a lot more pixelated than 1080 is. Pretty much, if a little quickie on description on why it's pixelated, or what 1080 by 720 or 720 by 480 is, it's the amount of pixels is by that the screen is. So the more pixels, the smaller the pixels are, so they're not going to be like in your face and stuff like that. So really, more pixels is better. That's always going to be it. The quality is dependent on the amount of pixels right now. In images, there is different types of files that are pixelated and aren't pixelated. There's like, I think there are bitmaps, and there's, a lot of people know JPEG. JPEG is really a pixelated, it's made of pixels. And then there's other qualities like vectors. They're made of vectors, which are lines. Vectors are lines. And these are what logos are mostly made out of, are lines. That's what our logo is made of, is vectors, which are lines. And the reason why line is better quality is that you can blow up, you can make a vector image as big as you want it, and the quality will stay better. If you've ever downloaded an image for like a school project or whatever, everybody's downloaded an image, and then you try to blow it up in like a Microsoft Word or whatever, it gets really pixelated, and it just looks bad, and you're like, ugh, this looks terrible. But then you go to like clip art in Microsoft Word, those are vector images. You can make those as big as you want, and it's still going to look good. So it's kind of the same thing here, except pixels, the more pixels, the better. We're actually going to talk about 4K here in a little bit once these gameplays end. But it's really, really dependent on the amount of pixels, and that's why the HD PVR records at 1080. Some people are like, why can't you just render it out to make it better looking? That's true. Rendering does make the quality a little bit better. But if you record at 720, it will not look at the same thing as 1080 if you record at 1080. If you render a 720 video at 1080, it does not make it 1080. That's what I'm trying to say. People think that, and they think that they can even record at 480 and then just say, you know what, I'm going to make it 1080 and it's going to be 1080. That's not how it works. It works better if you record at what you want it to be. That way, your computer doesn't have to work super duper hard to make it a super duper quality. So the less your computer has to work, makes it just better. So that's what we are doing here at Double Edge Games. We're trying to make it the best we can be. Some people ask, why didn't Microsoft and Sony just put in a better game DVR? It's like, it's money, people. Money. The world revolves around money. If they can't make money off of it, then it's bad. Microsoft, for instance, is already $100 more than Sony in the stance of their games. So they couldn't make it better. They couldn't put a better game capture in there. They already probably spent money putting the game capture in there in the first place, and that's why the prices are so high when they came out. They needed money. Okay. In my opinion, it's better to invest in an external game DVR. I mean, you can already see the quality difference in these two products. The HD PVR shoots at 1080. Xbox DVR shoots at 720. I mean, if you have nothing, the Xbox DVR is good. That's why I think that it's better for you to invest in a game DVR. An actual game DVR. So, the reason why we decided to do this is because we really think that people should know that the Xbox Game DVR does not give them the control that they really think. Some people think, oh, I can start YouTube, and that's what we thought. And then we brought up the quality, and it was terrible. It was absolute garbage. Probably the worst thing I've ever seen. It is helpful, though, but because it's such a pain in the butt to actually you have to upload it, render it on your Xbox, and then upload it to SkyDrive. And that's just a pain in the butt. So the comparisons, you could, like, as I said, been saying, 1080 over 720 all day long. So now, we're going to talk a little bit about 4K gaming. 4K in general. And 4K is just like 1080, but way better. 4K is 4,000 pixels. Okay, I don't know what it's by. I think it's just, that's all I know is by is 4K. YouTube has said that they are bringing 4K to YouTube, meaning that you will be able to watch videos in 4K. Right now they allow 1080 and I think 1440, but 4K is insane. Like, if you go to movies nowadays, I think like the new Hobbit movie was in 4K. If you thought that was like looked freaking amazing, that's why it was in 4K. But I have a problem with this personally. And I feel like a lot of YouTubers have the same problem. Don't watch this. I think I might die. Alright, no, I thought I'd die from my grenade, but it didn't die. Okay. A lot of YouTubers have a problem with this too, because, first of all, there's a few things. There's like like, I like to call it like an upside down pyramid, really. It's kind of like, it's about how many people like can really use this 4K. So first of all, you have to have a game that plays in 4K if you're going to record it. And that's like, that might be a wide amount of people. Like, say, we'll start with 100. 100 people can play a game in 4K. Okay? And then the next is, you have to be able to record in 4K, because that's what I talked about before. If it's not 4K, if you're not recording in 4K, then you're not going to get 4K quality. It might say it's 4K, but it's not. It really isn't. So you got to be able to record in 4K. Next, you got to be able to render in 4K. Rendering is probably one of the most processed power computer thing that I know of personally. It uses your computer so hard. You need a strong computer. You really need a freaking supercomputer to render 4K. Third, you got to upload in 4K. And if you don't live somewhere where Google Fiber is, that's going to be hard. Because right now, I mean, unless you have a personal business line into your house, uploading 4K might be impossible. It just will take way too long. Maybe 5-6 hours to upload one video. That's insane. Like mine, like this video will probably take an hour and a half. And I'm okay with that because I can just do that overnight. But that's insane if it takes 5 or 6 hours to upload a video, because companies will not give us the megabits per second that we need to upload this kind of stuff. Next, people have, that like lowers the pyramid down to maybe 75 people if we start at 100. If that goes 75 to people that can record it, 50 people can render it, and now we're going to go upload it. That's like maybe 20 people can upload it. I mean, these are hypothetical numbers, of course. Those aren't legit numbers. I'm just giving you an idea. So we're saying 20 people can upload it. Next, people have to be able to watch it. You have to have a computer that can watch 4K. And if you don't have a computer that can watch 4K, you're not going to get 4K. It might say it's 4K, but it's really not. So you have people that can watch 4K. Next, you have to have people that have monitors that have 4K. If your monitor is not 4K, you're not watching 4K. It might say it's 4K, but it's not 4K. Most monitors right now are 1080 and some are 1440. But 4K monitors right now at this moment are like $800. If you have $800, go drop it on a 4K monitor. Be my guest. You'll be one of the top 5 people that hypothetically would get a would benefit from 4K. That's 5% that I've come up with. 5%. So that's my problem with 4K. I mean, I'm sure in the future, YouTube is really probably thinking of the future right now, and that's okay. I have no problem with that. I'm happy that they're looking for the future, but that's just not me. Alright guys, it's gonna be wrapping up here in a second. Thank you for watching my horrendous gameplay. Hope you learned something today. And I hope that if you're really looking forward to this kind of stuff, I hope that it helps you. Alright guys, I'm gonna be gone. I'll see you later. You guys have a good day, and bye.